my first question is about lyrics. I love lyrics and songs. My husband's a music man, I'm a lyrics person. So over the years, as you get older, and as you know, as we get older, we learn and we grow and we do so many things. Do the meanings of the songs change for you, or do they remain the same?
Well, you know, when you put a song out into the universe, it just takes on any dimension that anyone gets. It's like an outfit. People wear it and they claim it for their own. And whilst it can have a sort of a genesis of an idea, they completely morph and change. And what I found over the years, is it's a bit like acting, where you take those words, but you live exactly in the moment, and that moment changes all the time. So when I sing "Come Down" on Friday night, that's going to be the most powerful moment to reflect where I'm at here in Maitland, Newcastle, against all the odds, against the years, against the pandemic, against the plague, against the weather, against everything. So no, they just, because if I was to sort of try and remember what they were from the original, it'd be exhausting.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I just feel it's very similar to acting, where you just live in the moment. You take those words and whatever they mean to you. I mean, I've got a song, Quicksand, that I'm about to sing. When will you know if we're all doomed? When will you know when the floods will come? So now I have a song with a lyric about floods, but I'm nervous as a flood on Friday night. So when I sing that, there's nothing to do with what I wrote it about, and everything to do with where I'm at. I'm singing Friday night.
Yeah, and those people in that moment on Friday night will probably think of all the floods that we've had immediately, and it will change any meaning they may have had. So that's really cool. I like that. The Kingdom, I love it. So I've been a big fan for my whole life. Was it hard releasing an album and not being able to go out and do your tour? Do you feel like that affected it at all?
I think obviously we had 45 million streams, so it's successful in that sense. And then it was so sad we couldn't go play it. I mean, effectively, I'm not on a festival with anyone. I'm just playing the new record. I haven't been with these guys,
Yeah.
But it was all part of we had so many things to contend with, right? That was just a different shape. I really loved being home with my boys. I really loved it, and I'd been touring and traveling since '94. I'd always known where I was going, and I was never in one place without knowing where the next thing was. But even if it was a month or 3 months, it was never 3 months. But if it was a month I had in one place, I'd know I was leaving that month. And so I took a perverse pleasure in not having to leave and not just being around my boys and washing the groceries at the store and out the car and at the back door, and then washing everything went in, thinking that we're going to get corona. And it was terrifying, but it felt like we buckled down. So yeah.
Do you think those terrifying moments have passed? Do you think people are still terrified? Are you still terrified?
Well, I think it's more contained now. When it first began, it was like, what is it? Like, I got upstairs, my knee would hurt. I'd be like, have I got corona? Is that my knee? That's it. So, I just think this is so sad that everyone went through it and lost so much. And just what used to really kill me, it's a terrible word, actually, not the word kill. What really upset me was the concept of the way that people would be, as soon as they were tested positive, taken from their families and isolated. People did die alone in this progressively debilitating disease where you can't breathe. And you feel terrible and you can't breathe. It's just, to me, it sounded like worse than medieval pain, joy, and torture. It's just that thing, the stories of, long-term marriages, the guy just singing to the hotel room, serenading his wife, and the wife died. All these things, it was like these human interest stories that were like devastating. So I was really glad I didn't get it.
Yeah, well, us too. We've been very thankful in our family. We haven't had to go through either, so it's very good. Are you excited to hear any particular song from the other bands?
No, really. Not that. When you say that, I'm excited to watch Cheap Trick. I've never seen them.
Right, yeah.
But too busy, just got too much worry about whether the guitar set right, you know?
Yeah.
We had 2 terrible days of rehearsal. They weren't even rehearsal, it was like one day figuring that everything's broken. The next day, the sound man's mum had a stroke. So then he cancelled, and then we were like, so it's just like, okay. So I don't know, I've never been knowingly over-rehearsed. I'm very English like that. I don't really rehearse too much, but I probably should. But, so I'm excited to just do that. And then when I've toured at SCP a bunch of times, and I love watching them. And I like festivals because I do like going to see bands and the opportunity to do that stuff. So that is a positive for me. But off the bat, that's down the list of stuff I've got to worry about.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Plus, we're meant to be there an hour before we play, and then leave half an hour after. So we're a bit limited to what we can see, but we'll see.
The COVID new rules make everything so different, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, I love to be around and watch everyone.
Yeah. Do you think the rules are, I mean, you haven't toured in the States since you could, have you? No. So I wonder if the rules here are harsher for that sort of thing than what they are in the States.
Well, I've been to see a friend of mine is in a band. I went to see them play a big stadium show in LA. And there was no backstage at all. He's like, I'll come meet you. I was like, you're alright. Fucking, no, I'll come meet him. He texted him, I never saw him. But
There you go. Just check my notes quickly, make sure I didn't miss any of my questions. Okay, I've got 2 more for you. So, new and upcoming rock. Anything you really like? What do you think? Is it different? Is it better? Is it worse?
I love the Idols. I like the post-punk stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great bands and less great bands, you know. So, I don't know. I'm always looking for a great rock band. They're hard to find.
I agree with you.
And it's a genre I love the most, you know. So, the Deftones, them having new records looks very exciting for me. I heard that at the drive-in. I chose at the drive-in for this thing I'm doing for ABC, some video thing. And when I heard they were getting back together again, they were a really exciting band.
Yeah. At the drive-in. Check them out. I don't think I've heard of them.
Oh yeah, they were around a few years ago, and then they broke up. And they went on to Mars Volta, and there's another band they became I'll think of the name, but Mars Volta. And anyway, so yeah, but I don't know. Are there great bands?
You know who I really like? Matt. Van Halen. It's fantastic.
Oh, Little Wolf thing, was it?
Yeah, Little Wolfie Van Halen. I thought it was fantastic, the album they put out. And I'm a big fan of the Pretty Reckless. I think Taylor Momsen is amazing. She schools so many younger women these days in the rock scene, I think. And I mean, I don't think there's as many as there should be. Lizzie from Hailstorm, we've seen them live, they're fantastic. Yeah, she's very cool.
Yeah, she's lovely. I saw Pretty Reckless when they toured Soundgarden. When Chris passed, they were on tour with them.
Yes.
So I saw them. I went to go and watch their show, for instance.
I'm jealous. That would have been a great show.
So, Chris.
Very sad. Very sad to this day.
Yeah, you got mental health. Very important.
Very important, isn't it? I do agree with you. So, one more question for you. We'll try to lighten it up. Have you, keeping in theme with Under the Southern Stars, have you ever slept anywhere really cool under the stars?
I once slept in a tent in my backyard in Los Angeles, but it was really cold, and I went in about 5 in the morning. I was cute with the boys. I wanted to sleep outside. But, so, yeah, not much of a camper.
No, neither did the boys last till 5?
Freezing. Took them inside, keep them warm.
I get that. My kids wouldn't last either.
Great idea, though.
Yes,